ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Hello, 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 and welcome back to another live stream. Oh, Mega Rookie, welcome in. How's it going? Doing well? It's Tuesday. You have a question right away? What's the question? What's the question? What do you got? Hello, good guts. Doing all right? I mean, I was actually taking a nap not too long ago. So, yeah. It was kind of nice. We can tell. Oh, come on. I am no less or more shaggy than I usually am. That's a lie, and you know it. If you're going for a story-based game like the original Mafia, never played, would you write the story first? And how detailed would you go about it? I'm not much... Put it this way, if you're going for a story experience, there still needs to be gameplay. Otherwise, you could just make an interactive story, right? Like, press A, move on to the next scene. Like, I'm sure Mafia still has gameplay. I don't know. I would always go gameplay first, because without gameplay, you don't have a game. You have a nice story, a nice visual story experience, but you don't have a game. So, I don't know. It's almost the best game ever. I mean, that's subjective because it depends on what kind of games you like, right? I've never cared about Mafia type stuff, so I've never even played them, any of them. So I don't know much about them. I know they have shooting. That's all I know. So, is that like I did? No. The more you study the original Mafia, the more you change your mind. Yeah, never played. So, I'm always mechanics first kind of thing. Like, it's good to have like a story in mind, but at least the way I see it, it's good to have a story in mind, and you can build mechanics But no, no, even then, like even if you have a story in mind, the mechanics don't have to have like anything to do with the story. You can, like, if the story is involving, right, some guy that carries around a massive sword, you probably want to have some mechanics that have to do with a massive sword for combat, right? But aside from that, they're not necessarily have to be like intertwined. Obviously the story of the characters, like their background and all that kind of stuff, yeah, should be, but that's not tied to mechanics. So that could it all can be done at the same time or in parallel by different people. First story game is more important in good writing and immersion. So immersion is more important than mechanics in that case. Yeah. But that's an interactive story at that point, right? What is it? Okay, what is a, besides Mafia, what is an RPG that you consider is a story focused game more than a, what is a story game? What are other quote unquote story games? Maybe I should get a better example. All story games have poor mechanics and are good, but you need to score 10 out of 10 on the rest. Telltale games, yeah, never played, because that's what when I think interactive stories, I just think like Telltale. There's no real mechanics there. There's no real gameplay. It's just an interactive story, which is fine. Right? If I want to tell an interactive story, I can tell an interactive story. But then that's the game. The game is the story, right? So your mechanics is telling the story. So yeah, you do the story first, and you make it as detailed as you want. But like you know, God of War, for example, right? The whole trip up the mountain is like that's the story, right? The whole adventure and all that, but without the mechanics, I mean, the story is not tied to the mechanics, sorry. The definition of a game, what I would say is subjective. Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it is very subjective, and that's why I call them interactive games, like or interactive stories. There's no interactive story games. Just I don't say the full word. So, yeah. Oh, it's 3 words. Too long. Right, like Detroit Become Human. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, that is a game that is more of a yeah. So for something like the Detroit Become Human, I would create the story first, and then I would make the mechanics around that. Yeah. Nope. Didn't play any gunslingers. I'm not a shooter kind of guy. I like fantasy. So, yeah. I didn't play Juarez Gunslinger. Nope. Sorry. Try to load up the actual game. If from a very for game heavy in story, you would go a little narrative and then do a simple mechanics with a difference. Yeah. Life is Strange. Yep. But that is something that focuses on on the story. And then the mechanics kind of help tell the story. Versus if you were to do like Horizon Zero Dawn, those are like, yeah, the story is kind of intertwined into the mechanics in terms of like, you know, what the crafting and stuff like that. But really it's at its base, it's like, okay, we want a crafting, we want a like bows as a mechanic, right? It doesn't have to be like because it's the story. It's just that's the world they've made, And so you could do those two things in parallel. Yeah, I can't speak on Mafia. I've never played. I don't think I've even seen any Let's Play of Mafia. A lot of games I've seen Let's Plays of, but not that one. Yeah, Horizon's great. Horizon Zero Dawn, much better story. Horizon Forbidden West, better mechanics. Because they polished the mechanics. The plans for today, I want to change up the spawning. So right now, the enemies spawn kind of one-ofs. I want to create something like pack spawning, where it'll spawn like 5 at a time. Something like that. So, yeah. Feels like it's a movie, but doesn't feel as linear like Uncharted or Detroit. Well, I guess you gotta figure out why does it not feel linear, because you cannot. It's actually not linear. Detroit did not feel linear at all. You have so many options. I mean, it's sort of led you to the same conclusions, but I don't know. Detroit did not feel linear. And if Detroit is linear, then every single game is linear. There's nothing except like Minecraft is like linear. I think. Because literally has like branching paths for everything. But yeah, the plan is, oh yeah, I still have this. This can go away. The plan is to see about making a spawner's different. Because right now, right, when we spawn, right, it spawns one guy, one guy, one guy. I want to spawn like 5 guys. Excuse me? Did I not change the requirement? Oh, I did. Game mode. I did not. There we go. All solved. Okay. So right now, let's do some tests where, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I could just pick a random room. Right? If we spawn in this room, right, we got all the spawns, and it's kind of like, it's not great. So that's what I want to change. And what I'm thinking is, the first thing we do in this test we reduce the amount of spawns that happen. So instead of like 4 to 5, you'll do like 2 to 3. And then what I want to do, right, is we need to spawn more enemies. So at the current moment, where's the enemy spawning? Okay, we spawn the mobs here. Now, how about mechanics? How much do you write or draw on paper before you go implementing it? Depends on if you're prototyping or not. If you're prototyping, you just write down all sorts of ideas, see which ones would work, and test them. If you like know what you want to do, then you write them all down. And nice day, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. That's because I solo dove it as well. And it's pretty different to working with a team. Yeah, but it all depends on if you have a plan. You just write it up in your game design document. And if you don't have a plan, you test things and see what you want to do, and go from there. I was just thinking like this: a game is an interactive experience. You create a game thinking about what experience you want the player to have. Yeah, that's a good way of doing it, or saying it rather. Mm-hmm. The mechanic should be the first base to create the experience you planned. Yeah, yeah, that's a great way of saying it. Yeah, listen to him. Yeah, random ritual point in radius, I think is the one I want. Is it no? Is it get reachable point in radius? Do I need nav data? Probably. Print string. Let's find out. Actually, let's do a little for a loop. I'm gonna do like 4 of these. To say the loop is gonna do it. Yeah. For each one of these. The origin is gonna be this. Radius 200. Print this. For example, a horror game, you want to create fear, anxiety, and tension. And you do that by limiting the player options. So for a game Amnesia Outlast, you cannot fight back. Therefore, your only option is to run and create experience you want. Yeah. I don't know how to answer that question, though, for a lot of games. In terms of, like, what kind of experience you want someone to have. Like, for Binding of Isaac, I'm not sure. I don't know how to answer that question. What the experience I want someone to have is. Or what experience do I have playing it? I'm not sure. Same thing with Path of Exile is just, I enjoy the game. I don't have any emotional, like, attachment or anything to that. So it's just, I have fun with the game and that's it. So yeah, that's why I'm not good with that kind of stuff. Doesn't mean it's wrong. It's just, I don't know how to answer that. You should experience more tied to the genre. I mean, sure, but like, as an ARPG, whether it's Diablo, Path of Exile, any kind of those kind of games, I can't answer like what kind of experience I'd want someone to have. I want them to have fun. But aside from that, yeah, I don't know. Like, there's no like, there's no emotional thing that I like. Yeah, I want them to feel this emotion kind of thing, like fear. Or, I don't know. That seems to have worked, actually. Oh, I would need to do this on you. Probably. Because when it spawns, it picks the class. Yeah, spawns here. does this do? Okay, I want... Turn off the effect for now. Turn off the delay. This one to pop in. You play with your state of flow, relaxation, tension going up and down between that creates a good experience. You're curious, exploring some area, focus on the NPC lore, and then tense like a whole package. Yeah, I don't have any of that playing Path of Exile, and I enjoy it. There ain't no flow, there ain't no relaxation, tension, or anything. I play it. I like loot. That's it. I like loot, and I like gear. I don't care about anything else. I'm very mechanics driven. If it's not abundantly clear, I am very mechanics driven. I think I have a pretty solid idea of the game, although not rigid. While updating the game design document, ran the script and levels cutscenes felt a bit cumbersome. Game is, however, heavy on the story. It's absolutely fine. Hey, Perry, welcome in. How's it going? You're just doing the same thing for a couple of hours? You never wanted to see the blueprint screen ever again? What do you mean? My entire game is made with blueprints. It's all 100% blueprints. So, if you don't like blueprints, oh boy, you're gonna hate this stream. When I access the story as a whole, I'm like writing the dialogue, etc. That's a good way of doing it. In a way, you like the feeling of grinding and the reward of it. That's some feelings. Yeah, but that has nothing to do with how do you want people to feel. Like, you want them to feel good grinding your game. No, not everyone likes grinding, so that can't be it. No way you don't enter the flow state while playing? I mean, yeah, but that's just called playing the game. That's not specific to like any game. That's like all games. So I don't consider that. My year two? How do you manage this? What do you mean? To learn those, I'm not sure if you're moving in the right direction. That's 100,000% what they want you to feel. Maybe. What do you mean by how do I manage it? Out of curiosity. Let's do this. And in fact, I'll do this at the beginning. You. Then we do you. This will give me let's do a random integer in range. Between like I want at least like 3 to 5. Sorry, 1. Yeah, Perry, what do you mean by how do I manage it? Like, how do I manage, like, the blueprints I have? Or do you mean something else? This I need as a variable. Selected enemy. And then for the transforms, we'd go here. Rotation, I'm going to do a random integer. I want 8 directions. Multiply by 45. That's going to go to Z. All good, Perry. Have a good one. Hope you have a lovely time working. Or at least productive time working. So this theoretically will spawn us the same enemy multiple times around. Look at that. There's a bunch of them there. And there's a bunch of them here. Look at that. Okay. So this is good. It did what I wanted it to do. I mean, honestly. Now, I need to be able to control how many are in a pack. And the question is, do we want to have the same ones in the pack or different ones? Hey, Alonia, welcome in. For optimization, use a random float when it's supposed to get a float. You mean instead of converting? I mean, I need to do random float then in range because random float is 0 to 1. So then I need to then also multiply it by 8. I don't want I don't want a 40-degree thing. I want exactly 45s. So I want exactly 0, a random, exactly 45, exactly 90, exactly 135. Because mine's adirectional. I don't want it to be 42. So if I do a float, it'll be more random. Yeah. It's the same. If I do a random float in range between 1 and 8, I can get 1.5. I can get 1.3. I can get 2.7. I don't want those as options. I want just 1, just 2, just 3, 4. Unless I do from here, I do then round, but then we're back to going back to an integer, right? Like that. Yeah, my game is adirectional. So I want these guys to be just rotated exactly on the axes. Okay, so we're going to need to control how many of a type of mob can spawn together.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
But not before we pause for ads. Yeah, but not before we pause for ads. Where do I store that? Hum. I control what enemy is here. I mean, I can convert this to a map. If I convert it to a map, then I could store how many I would want maximum of that group. And I think that's what we'll do. Because I could have it as a separate array, but I don't want to have a separate array. Map seems like the best option. I need to change up some stuff for that, but it's fine. Okay, 1 second. Go. Let's do enemy. I change this to a map. No, I thought I was gonna clear it all. Fine. Let's here. Redling. Because some of these I'm gonna want like more of them in a pack. Some of them will want less in a pack. So we'll also obviously adjust like the amount of health and damage these guys do, because otherwise it's gonna be insane. So can I just tab? Of course, tab won't put me through all of them. So Embertooth is our little pyro bro. Honestly, at most, I'd want 2 there. The Flying Eye, 3. Little Goblin Bros, we can do like, honestly, they're pretty. I'm gonna make them pretty weak. 5. Flying Eyes are ranged, so I don't want to go too many of those. Gruntling also can be 5. Mushrooms are Tinky Bros. I'll do 2. Shark 5. Skeleton 5. Skeleton 3D. Zorla has the special attack that can be quite deadly. Or quite annoying to deal with. At most, I'd want 2, probably, in a pack. Okay. Then here, this, I want to change it to a map as well. Refresh. There it is. So now I can push this through. Yeah, so this is now happy. So here, I need to I forget what it's called for the map. It's keys and values. I want keys. Grab the keys. Grab a random key. I want to also store this integer. Chosen enemy. Okay. So theoretically, right now, it should already work, just the same way I had it before. How are they taking damage? How is that guy taking damage? What the hell? Are they spawning slightly inside the ground? Is that what's happening? Dear God, this is a dangerous... Okay, let's do spawn location as a random location, and then add right, because it's yeah, I know why. Plus 100, that should take care of that problem. I think they're spawning kind of inside the ground there. So then the next thing I want to do is control how many there are. So this one. So I can do... Is it values? Values. And then when I get this index. Oh, that's sorry, that's for the rotation. I want here. The one thing this doesn't have is a minimum. It only has a maximum. Ooh. This only has a maximum this way. I feel like I'd want a minimum as well. Right, because if we like, let's say we had a maximum of 10 for whatever reason for a mob, then I don't want it to spawn like one randomly. I want it to spawn, let's say, between like 6 and 10. If that's the case, data table? Do I set up a data table for it then? With a list of enemies. I can do a list of enemies, a minimum and a maximum. Just trying to think if there's a better way of doing it, because it's literally for 3 values. I mean, okay, eventually maybe I'll also want to have things like not a data table, just a struct. I don't need a data table. Oh, data table will make it easier to manage. So probably should make it a data table. Okay. Let's do that. I'll make a new folder. Mob manager, I guess. This requires a struct, right? Yeah, the 6 is struct. So we'll call it mobs. Nice and simple. So I need mob. So this is going to be of type BP enemy class. Default is none. That's fine. Then we want min spawn. Max font. And what I might do later on is add an array of enemies that I'd be like, okay, it's fine to pick between these when also spawning it, or something like that, potentially. For example, let's say like I want like a mix of enemies and not just one. Then I might set that up here. Min spawn 1, max spawn 2 by default. Mobs. Okay, so now we can add in our stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be a full path here, I guess. I guess it's, yeah, whatever. How many do we have? Just add however many we need. 9. But this should be a little bit better at least. Plus, then we have a single place to actually get our information from. We don't need to have it inside. Ooh. This does mean... There is one problem with this. And that is... At the current moment, I can control what mobs spawn in which room. So I can say, don't spawn X mob, or do spawn X mob. If, like, the room is, like, this room. With this system, I don't have that control. I probably will need to add something to specify the room, like by name or something, if I want to add that in. We still should be able to do it in the system, basically. It's just, for now, it goes away. Yeah. And last one. Okay. So Now I can control this. So on these guys, I'll do between 1 and 2. Flying Eye can be between 1 and 3. Let's do 1 and 3. 2, 3. 2 and 3. Goblins, let's go 3 and 5. Gruntlings, 3 and 5. Mushroom, 2 and 3. Actually, mushroom maybe 1 and 3. Sharks, 3 and 5. Skeletons, 3 and 5. The larger skeletons, let's go 2 to 4. And Zorla is gonna be like between 1 and 2. Okay. That works. Data table. See if I can remember how to do this. Do I do DT? No, I can't pull it up direct. It's been a while since I've done data table stuff. Where do I do data tables? Need to remember where I use data tables. I definitely did it in the card UI stuff. I feel like I was doing it by structs at that point. Aren't I doing structs, not data tables here? Yeah, I'm getting selected card. Selected card info. I need to find where this is being used. Oh, I'm doing it from structs. I need to figure out where the hell the data table stuff is. Hey, Hexic Dev, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Okay, I'm gonna quickly Google it. Access data table. I forgot. It's going well. I've blanked on how to. Oh, is it really just? Was I doing the right thing? Is just. It's get to row names. Oh, you just plug in the table here. Wait, no. Get data table. Row struct. It says we're getting a struct. That's not a struct. Script struct. What? That is not the type of struct I thought. I was thinking like structure struct. That's not okay. Hold on a second. I want I'm looking at all the data stuff. Get a table row by index wildcard, no. Get a table row by name. Row count. All I want to do I don't need the names. Ah, here we go. That's the one I want. Why is it separate from the others? Why is it separate from the others? There we go. Why is it search when I search for data table? I have all of these data table stuff. But the one I want is this one. Which is separate. No wonder I couldn't find the damn thing. Okay, so now we need to have a pick a random one of this. So I need get a table. I need how many indexes there are. There. Get data table. I guess I could do row names, right? There's get data table row count. Why don't I see that? If that is a thing. Like, I'm looking at it. Right there. What? Where is this? When is this from? 2016. It's probably been renamed because that's UE4 for sure. I mean, I could do length here. Or you know what I can do? Names, and then I can do... And just do some testing here. I'm pretty sure I can get all of the names. And then I can do a random array item. Plug that in. Plug that in. Print string. Display name. Yeah, okay, cool. It's getting them. Okay. It's getting... Okay. Let's promote this to a variable. Mop data table. So we just have this plugged into both. Okay, so we need not implemented here. So it's no longer going to be using this. We're gonna check. We're gonna random one. We're gonna mob, and then I'm going to what? Why is that turned gray? Oh no, that's filled in. Oh, that's so weird. It doesn't read the variable that's plugged into it by default. Okay, well, I'm gonna promote a variable. Selected mob. And plug it in. It'll still be fine. So we're going to do all of this. Then we no longer need this. Grab our selected mob. Grab our minimum and maximum. Plug those in. Right, because minimum and maximum is 1. It'll only spawn 1. Yeah. Oh, ooh. Hold on. No. Because if minimum is 2, that's not how we do this. So if, let's say it's 3 to 5, that means I need to do some math on this. I'm gonna need to do some math on this. The first index should still be 1, probably. But, oh, I just do, why am I'm overthinking this. Random, integer, and range. I overthought that a lot. Okay, that takes care of that. And then, you go here. And that should be it. Yeah? Yeah, that's the correct amounts. 4 of those, 1 of those. 1 of those, 2, yep. Mm-hmm. Okay. It's working. We need to adjust the mob like strengths now, obviously, because otherwise we're just gonna get overwhelmed immediately. There not being too many of them per room is fine. There's being like small packs. I think this is gonna work.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Okay, well, as we're going, I'm gonna be right back. So, one moment. I'm back. I'm back. Okay. Good stuff. So, and it's working pretty much how I want. I need to give them a jump here. Also, I just realized. I'll deal with that later. Why is this yellow? Why is it all yellow? It shouldn't be the modifier. Oh wait, is the modifier too high? Yeah, that's what it should be. Modifier might have been too high. They need to have lower priority to be here. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, how do we want to change the mobs now? So we definitely need to give them less health. And probably a little less damage. I'm kind of thinking of, because we now have added a day table here. I'm thinking of just adding in all that stuff here. And changing things up, like putting their health here. Instead of, because right now it's all in the individual blueprints, and I have to go through like a bunch of different places to like do it each time. This would make my life a lot easier. Let's do health. Pretty sure it needs to be a float. That does mean that does mean I need to then expose those things. When I do spawn actor, I don't think I can have it exposed. Let's find out. Yeah, I have something. I have room manager exposed here, which I don't think we're using anymore. I still have it here, but we're not using it anymore. I can get rid of it. Oh. Cool. Yeah, get rid of all that. We don't need all of this anymore. This is all working this way. But the main thing is I cannot have it exposed. Okay. On begin play, I can probably find Let me try on begin play. I want to see if it finds itself. Oh, so I would need to do a for each loop. Or no, I would need to do the same thing I did before. I need to get it, data table row. Yeah. Yeah, I would do let's do a quick sequence here. Here I'll do a for each loop. And I'm gonna check if the mob gets class. It's not that good class, right? Let's do self. Get your own class and see if this is equal. And if it found it, and it matches print the name. Aha. Okay, cool. That works. So, so in that case, we can store this information. We can store this information. So, if it finds it, it found which mob it is. Current mob info. Welcome, Mega Guts. It's going well. Going well. We're kind of setting up mobs to be a little bit better and more organized, which is good. Tight unconnected pins. So, okay, let's do. I'm definitely going to do this. Let's do one of these. These. Yeah. Find current mob in data table. Enable boss health bar for bosses. Okay. I'm gonna detach this. I'm gonna move it over here. Don't need that right now. Set check if mob is elite. I guess check/set. Mob is elite. Honestly, this can just be its own thing. This is increase health by dungeon level. Dungeon level. Set mob stats. That's where we're gonna do it. So we can do it. We need to do it before this. So I probably want to reorder this a little bit. Let's do this first. Then, no matter if it succeeds or fails, we'll still want to do this. I might want to do a sequence. I want to just do a sequence here. Yep. That's all I wanted. Okay. So before I do this here, I need to set the health. Now, if I go here, if I go to the main one, close all this for now. Yeah, if I go here, and let's see what I'm doing on my mouse. I bought a new mouse because my mouse has been annoying as hell. Literally, I bought a new mouse. I just haven't plugged it in yet. But if you see me like scrolling in and then it like scrolls out immediately, and I'm like fighting it, that like there where I zoomed down and then zoomed in, that's not me doing that intentionally. That's called the end of the, like, a mouse these days lasts like a year, and that's it. It does not last long enough at all. Genuinely. You see that a lot today? Yeah. I probably should just open it up, plug it in, and the problem solved. I'll do that, get a mouse from 1995 and still work? Yeah. The thing is, the mouse I use, I don't know how well you can see it. It's the, Corsair Scimitar, the one with the numpad on the side. I can't use a non-numpad side mouse. I say numpad, but it's just you know, just all the rebindable keys. I'm so used to it that I can't go without it. For the longest time, I was using the Razer Naga. And then I tried out the Corsair one. I like the Corsair like hand feel more better, so I swapped over to it. But yeah, unfortunately, it's what I do. As long as someone doesn't steal the ball, you can probably replace the ball. I mean, it's not worth it. Also, if you have like pets, like a cat or something, yeah, you're gonna be cleaning that mouse out like every other day, because hair will like always get stuck in that like ball. Dear God, always. I remember having those. You should buy and cut shortcuts from the DaVinci Resolve to your mouse. Yeah, that's what I did. Here, let me quick detour. Let me show you my hotkey, because it makes like things so much faster. I'm not gonna show you like what I bound into. You can buy into whatever you want, but I'm just gonna show you like how easy it is to like cut things when you have hotkeys. Here's my webcam, right? Like let's say I want to cut this area out right here, right? Because it's silence. I press let's go to the edit page first of all. Not the deliver page. So on the edit page, right, I just press 2 1 done on my mouse. 2 1 2 1. Yeah, I could also do I could cut it here and press 3 and it'll cut there. Right. I want the start of all this gone. 1 done. And I literally I use the side buttons on the mouse, so I don't have to move my fingers anywhere else, like, because I already like so this whole job, like, of just cutting it is done like through a mouse. Super simple, right? Very quick, can do it. I probably want to be zoomed in a little more depending on what I'm doing, but if it's just the big pieces, then yeah, this is it. 2 1. How did I delete the part I just cut? No, it's not here. Keyboard customization. It is. Did I just see? Oh, oops. That's the one. Start to playhead. If you search to playhead, it's ripple and to playhead. Start to playhead. By default, it's Control Shift and the brackets. I have them just to be 1 and 3. And then on 2, I have it set to be Razer. So it just cuts the entire thing. So if I want to, I just do 2 2 2 2. And then I do like 1 and remove. And I can press delete and ripple delete. So yeah. What? Even before I started this YouTube channel, like, I already had quite a while of editing experience because I had another YouTube channel. So yeah, that's why I know about that stuff already. Max health gets set to current health. It says to transition health. I guess I can do reset health again. When I update, I do reset health. It's fun. You actually like it a lot. It is fun. Except, you know, when it takes so long. Even though I am relatively quick about it, you know, compared to like where I was when I started out, for sure. And I can do a lot more the same amount of time, basically. Just what I do. It's, yeah. You said your brain to 10% usage and you do it, very relaxing. Yeah, well, that's the beginning part. Once you, that's like the cutting part. Once you actually get into, the like proper editing, and you have to like listen and see what is being said, make sure like, then it's a little, you gotta focus. And that's really the big one, the big time sink. Not that much. Like at that point, it's like a couple of hours, but still. Okay, so what we can do is current mob info. Break. And then you do character stats. Set max health. Set current health. Hey, holy crap, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Oh, I can just do the reset health because that just does it for me. So I could do this, and theoretically, if I did a print string here, or I guess better yet, get current health modified. Print string on that. Everything's 100. Even though I know by default they should have different health amounts. Sweet. Okay. Is the world still spinning? No, that's just your you're dizzy. The world's been standing still for quite a while. Sorry to hear to be the bearer of bad news. Yeah, you hit your head pretty hard. And yeah, that's why it seems like it's spinning. Every time you cut, you run it back to make sure that was a good cut and makes sense. Don't do that. You will save so much time if you don't do that. I don't mean like, yeah, never check any cuts that you do. But it's much better to do your, like, we'll do the big cuts, right? The big cuts, don't check. Then check, then when you're doing the smaller cuts, the more like fine-tuned ones, then you can like do checks. But you, like, once you get, I guess it's once you get better, you won't need to go back. You will save a lot of time, but not needing to check. And then at the end, you could be like, okay, this works, like a 2x speed or whatever. And then you're like, okay, yeah, that all works. And then, because you'll find yourself like, if you're always checking every single cut you make when editing, remember that's like, let's say it takes you like 3 seconds to check a cut. You have 100 cuts, you know, 300 seconds. And you know, that adds up quickly. So you absolutely can, but you don't want to do like cut, check, cut, check. Yeah, once you get better, you'll be like, okay, cut, 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 cut. Check it all. Good. Right. Okay. So we're now saving the enemy health. On I don't need to I can make this private now. Yeah, this is all still working. I should still have 100 health by default. Yeah, yes, I do. Excellent. Yeah, now on 300 clips, you checked every cut. No, it's good to like once you get better, you just won't need to check every one of them because you'll know based on the waveform where things are cut. That it's like, yeah, that makes sense. You're really scared to know what we're talking about? You'd rather stay ignorant? No, you will know. We're talking about video editing. Okay? And now you know. You're no longer ignorant. And now you're gonna have to deal with that. Okay? I'm sorry that you now have this information. You now need to learn how to deal with that information. But, you know, we all have things that we learned that we didn't want to. You know,
Are here. Pausing for ads.
like we just learned ads are starting. No one wants to hear that. But here we are. Okay. I kind of want to rework my damage to maybe also go from here. Is there a quick way to zooms to this ads? I have paid plugins for zooms and animation. There is a free version also. Look up Alex Tech. He has free versions as well that are pretty much will get you the same result. Mr. Alex Tech. Cheater? No, the free versions. I used the free versions for the longest time. The paid ones just include the ability to save presets, which is really nice. But otherwise, and it has presets they just use. But most of the stuff I do is not with presets. So. Others you have to do zooms clip by clip. Yeah, like a lot of stuff. Like the whole slide in, slide out thing, right? For the detail panel. I just basically take the entire edited thing. I make it a composite clip. I apply the animation that is automatic for zooming, for moving in and out. And then I just cut it where I want, and then I'm done. It still takes some time, but it's not like I have to go through every single one and put keyframes in. That'd be insanity. It's very like automatic. It's keyframeless animation, which is awesome. Yeah. Yeah, no worries. No problem. Okay, let's go to here. So let's change the health on these mobs. Um. So, I need to think about how I want to do the health. I don't need that anymore. Because I want them to be not as deadly. But maybe I just have them do less damage. And that's the big one. I don't want it to be like one-shotted, right? Like like not by default. Once you get power-ups, sure, they can be one-shot. So maybe I keep the health as I am, as it is. I think I'm gonna change up my entire system for the mobs and the damage and all that. And put it there. Because right now, right, I have, it's a data asset driven. Just fine. And here's where I can put the animations, arrays of animations. And with damage, critical strike, all of that. I feel like I move all of this, everything to the data table. Then I just have it all conveniently in one place. That's a much better system. I don't know why I didn't do that before, to be fair. But, you know, live and learn. Live and learn. Let me open up all my current oh, I just made it private, so I'm not even gonna see the health. Oh, here we go. Max health. Okay. So now I've unprivated it, so we can set this. Oh, I'm gonna need max. How would I do it for bosses then? I need to do multiple data tables, one for bosses, one for not. I don't know, I'll think of something. One thing at a time. Tom! With the raid, welcome in. How's it going? Well, hi, Hexic, again. You're a raider? No, don't raid me. Welcome in, everyone. How's it going? We're currently setting up mob spawning. Or pack spawning, rather. What are we up to? Tell us all about it. How are you doing? How was your stream? Hello, Solar Labyrinth. Welcome in. Here, I'll show you guys the current game that I'm making. We're kind of in the middle of reworking the mob spawning, so don't mind that. But this is a Binding of Isaac, Hades, ARPG roguelike, I guess is where we're going with. Where it's a pretty open area where you now have multiple verticality and everything in terms of a map. So you can go. There's a lot of mobs everywhere. I'm not gonna deal with them. This is not built for pack spawning yet. It's nice to see that there's pack spawning. It's nice. It was working. Crabs for all. Did some admin stuff for the game, looking at publishers. Oh, nice. And UI stuff. Very cool. So, so the reason why I said this is kind of like Binding of Isaac, if you guys are familiar with Binding of Isaac, you get power-ups. You get items in Binding of Isaac, and they stack, and they're passive. And so that's what I did. This is my debug screen where I just give myself a lot of things. So for example, I'm currently meleeing, but if I got an air blade, then I shoot a projectile instead. Right? And let's say I got some other stuff like greater multi-attacks. Then all of a sudden I shoot more projectiles. And then we can have a lot of fun depending on what you get. For example, I can go piercing, I can get homing, right? So now it's kind of going through. And we can go even crazier. And for example, do a mini black hole. So they get pulled in, including me. So everything gets pulled into point of impact. So if I shoot it here, you can see that they all get pulled in. Because it's now homes, it pierces, and it's like a little black hole. So that's what kind of we're working on. I currently just only recently made it kind of pretty open. Where I've basically removed the whole room-based system. It used to be a room-based like everything else, but it's no longer room-based, and so now it's more, I guess, like an ARPG. Where, yeah, you can pretty much go wherever you want. And down below, you can see I have a bar, and so when I kill enemies, it's like an XP bar, except it's basically going to be like mobs killed / blood spilled. Where once you have enough, once you get to the first bar, which will be dynamic, how many there are per level, you get one of the upgrades. And also once it fully, you fully complete it, a portal opens up where you can go fight the boss and then progress to the next level. I haven't tested the fact that, yeah, audio is not working great when there's so many mobs. I need to figure out a good way of doing the sound effect to not happen all the time. But every time it's a procedurally generated new area, and you can get like different stuff. Like for example, if I had some cleave, and let's say I could homing, and every single card has a ranged version and a melee version. So it doesn't matter if you're doing ranged attacks or melee attacks, you have a version there. And in fact, there's some things like block attacks from all directions because there is a block. But the main ones are, for example, I can do mirror rocket. When blocking a projectile, shoot a copy back at the enemy. And for example, that is a projectile, but I'm doing melee right now. But that also works with multi attack and everything. So right now I'm still doing melee. But if I find an enemy that does projectiles, like these ones here, and I block, did it break? Then I give myself mirror rocket. Let's see. Of course, now that I'm going to be trying to show it, it's not going to work. Yep, of course it's broken. Damn it! Why is it broken? What did I do? Why? Show the boss? Yeah, I can show the boss. Which boss, Kaguts? Pick a boss. Dragonthrax, Great Spider, or Steel Claw. I feel like Steel Claw with the laser is a good one. Oh, I am very overpowered right now in terms of damage because testing. Oh no, his health. I reset his health to 100. Don't worry about it. Basically every time he goes 25% or lower, we get a laser. I'm currently in the moment of reworking how the mobs are gaining their stats, and yeah, he has he has a little bit lower health than he should at the current moment. This is all me. I did everything. Keep in mind that this guy, for example, is this guy is from Epic.
I just wanted to flex on chat, but I have lots of channel points. Don't mind me.
There's lots of blood, as you can see. So that guy is actually one of the Paragon characters. Pretty much all characters are I mean, that's Manny, right? But it's an 8-directional sprite. So all characters are 8-directional sprites. So you can see, right, I only move in 8 directions. So yeah. But I have a workflow that goes from 3D to 2D. So like this is not Paragon, but it's another one of the Epic's characters that I've just transformed into sprites. So it's basically a 2.5D, right? 2D characters, 3D environment. Yeah, we got maps and everything, and lots of verticality and all that good stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I'm probably gonna be changing up because it's supposed to be the bar at the bottom that's filling up. Right now, it's working basically as XP, but the plan is to have it be like a blood spilled effectively, right? How much blood have I spilled in the level? Once enough blood has been spilled, then it goes ahead and spawns the portal to the bosses. And again, there's a lot. Right now we have like 48 power-ups that all stack together. The plan is to have at least 100. Hey, if it is fine, welcome in. Solutions, welcome back. It's been a hot minute. How have you been? A lot of viewers, you missed a lot. No, there's a I got raided. Thank you, Top Millman. But yeah, that's kind of someone who shall remain nameless recommended my stream earlier too. This coincidence? I mean, is that someone Hexic? Yeah, it's Hexic. Yeah. He wasn't here earlier. And then he came in and saying I'm a raider. So I kind of figured. Thank you, Hexic. You've been chilling here for ages? All good. Can't remain nameless. Unreal Engine devs for the win, though. Yeah. Oh yeah, and this entire game, everything I'm doing, is entirely blueprints. I don't know how to code at all. Anytime there's actual like programming coding. Everything's 100% blueprints. And currently we're setting up the data table to hold all the mob information, which is why my boss had 100 health, because I am not setting it to be anything else now. Just tell people it's CBP and skip the part about it being blueprint compiling to CBP. No.
SpongeBob voices for the win.
You actually got SpongeBob. And thank you so much for the giant chair. I really appreciate the illusions. It's amazing to see visual programming allows people that don't know how to code make games. Yeah, it's great. I'm an artist first. 3D generalist artist first. That became more technical artist because of blueprints, basically. It's great. That was lucky games. Yeah, 1 in 3 chance. 1 in 3 chance. Yeah, right now, my previous enemies were all set up on like a data asset setup for like how much damage they're doing, and I decided to now swap it all over to a data table to make it a lot easier. One thing I need to figure out though is I'm probably gonna need to do a simple bool that checks if it's a boss or not, because obviously we don't want to spawn bosses for regular mobs. So let's add a variable, let's be boss bool. That at the beginning, default is off. Of course, though, if I do that, I have to recompile everything. Dear God. I need that to not be private. Okay, I can make that not private for now. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, now we're good. What? Excuse me? Current, oh, it's current health modified. Oops. I mean, I made max health modified. Yeah, I'm also reworking some stuff. Now, okay, these are all false. So what we want to do is, oh, I closed up my spawner. Inside of the room, mob spawner. So what we're doing is we're getting a random one here. So before we get a random one, I need to get all of them. We're going to change this up because I need to basically go through all of them and find which ones are not bosses, or I have a separate data table for bosses. That might be a better option. Then you're good here. Then when we do getting the current mob info, when we do this, we'll do it based off of whether it's a boss or not. Yeah, that's a better option. Hey, prepare for bed and lurk a bit? No worries. Yeah, get some rest. Thanks for the raid. You know how you miss data tables for so long, but they make life so easy? Yeah, they really do. I use data tables, right, for my ability system. Right, all my ability stuff, right, that gets populated automatically, right, when I do this. This all gets populated automatically from the data table. I don't know why I didn't do data tables for the mobs. Today for the cards. And now today I realized that. I'm like, oh yeah, I probably should have just done a data table for all that stuff. So let's do, all right, I'm gonna close all this. Okay, I'm going to remove the boss one. I'm gonna have a different boss one. So what we can do is make a new data table. Also based off of S mobs. And this is going to be DT bosses. Yeah, data tables are lifesavers, yep. And here we can go ahead and add the bosses. And the only thing that will matter for them is their health. Well, not the only thing, but they're not going to care about min-max spawn because that's not going to do anything. So obviously we're not going to be spawning the bosses automatically. And Steel Claw. Set their health to 2,000. I might go higher. Why? But is everyone in chat Unreal devs? I imagine a lot of them are. Also, Unreal Engine teacher. Oh. I teach people Unreal at work, but I'm not a teacher. It's just because I know more about Unreal than a lot of people at work. So I'm a teacher at work, but not by profession. No, Finn, it's fine. You can speak for the entire chat. Feel free to. If anyone has a problem with that, they can take it up with you. But go ahead and speak for the entire chat. If you were thinking I'm going to say they could take it up with me, no, I don't want any responsibility for this. It's a pain in the ass. I mean, I imagine. You're not? Oh my goodness. Time to be one. Time to become one. It is time. I can do... I'm checking if it's a boss a few times. I'm checking it here. I'm checking it here. I'm going to check it only once at the beginning, and I'm going to just store it as a variable. I mean, what's the point then? I mean, it's literally no. I'm not going to because that kind of then we're kind of defeating the whole point of the gameplay tags. So I want select here based on this. If it is a boss, we go DT bosses. Otherwise, we're doing DT mobs. If I think about work, you're a software dev, you don't know why, but you're getting Blender work there now. That's no problem with that. Ain't no problems with that. Getting the input tag is much more computationally expensive than checking the variable. That is true. Yeah. We're doing it multiple times. Yeah, let's do it. It's great. Is boss. And then we can just do is boss here. And I think that's the only other place we're doing it. Oh no, here as well. There we go. And only does it once. And then here, right, we do this, and then these. Those. There you go. So now I should get the proper stuff. Let's see. If we go to that boss room. All right, I have a. Yeah, there we go. Now he's no longer has like no health. Yay! Look at that. Laser! That is the only 16 directional animation, by the way, in the entire game. No other. This is 16 directional. Every other animation is 8 directional. Really, you're not a dev. You're just trying to make your own game because you want to have fun. That means you're a developer too. If you're making a game, you're a game developer. You might not be a professional game developer, but you're still a game developer. And the only difference there is, are you getting paid for it? You know how to exclude a decal for a post-processing? Post-processing? Huh. I don't. Is that possible? Can you eliminate certain things from post-processing in general? I mean, imagine you can, probably. Yeah, you could do things like you could do a debuffer, but it's not going to change post-processing. The thing that I wish you could do with decals, I wish you could specify objects to receive or not receive a specific decal. That's my wish, because you can eliminate all decals effectively by setting it to the debuffer none, basically, and then he has to be like manually controlled. So you tell it something not to receive any decals, but you can't tell it to not receive certain decals, and that would be so nice. You just make mistakes. What are you? Just like everyone else. A human. You're a human being, as we all make mistakes. I don't know if we call the Dream World devs game developers just because they work on a game. I mean, yeah, I mean that is still how it works. You don't have to be good, you don't have to get paid, but you're still a game developer. If you're making a game, you're developing a game. Right? It's simple as that. Okay, so shit. I want to also control damage of enemies. That will be difficult to set up. Currently, it is based off of I really gotta clean this up, Jesus Christ. I was so good for a while and then not good for a while. My weapon info is the one that holds my damage. I can swap it to the data as. I guess I can have all that info. So I can do a check if it's a player or not a player. If it's a player, then we'll use the weapon info. And if it's not the player, then we use the data. No, I guess then I should just put everything in a data table. I should have just a separate data table for the player weapons and then all the other stuff.
Here. Pausing for ads.
It helps you put it in context of game developer often being synonymous with doormat. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Wait, what? As you're new here, I pause for ads so you don't miss anything, so you don't feel like you need to throw me money to miss something I'm doing. Unless you want to throw at me, Bezos' money with a Prime, but that's not your money. You're perfect in your own unique way, as we all are. Flawed as humans, perfect at being ourselves. I don't know about being perfect at being ourselves. Some people don't know who they are, but we'll go with it. We'll go with it. It sounds better than what I was saying. You have a big problem with keeping your blueprints clean and you're debugging something? You start throwing nodes everywhere till it works and then you have to untangle the spaghetti. I use print strings. I throw sprint strings everywhere. I know you can do like the breakpoint stuff, but I have not found a use case for the breakpoints in most cases because I don't want to stop where I'm doing. I want to just see what everything's doing. So, over time. You're a professional in quotes, and I bet you that yours are worse. No, don't say that. Okay, I want now damage. Let's start with You're making something and trying to make it clean, and auto straighten wasn't working, so he selected it all at Q and a massive disgustingness of shit. It's like, ah, that's good enough. I mean, you could undo. It is undoable. Right? If I had all this and I pressed Q and did this, I can press undo. Thank goodness you can press undo. He was being a bitch who gave up with it. I mean, fair. I mean, look. Sometimes you have to know when you throw the towel in. The next step that opens that up. The next step that opens that up will be Hexic. Something tells me you got mad, so you wrote in C++ instead. Wait. Really? I've never been that mad. I've never been that mad yet. Here's an interesting thought. If I have two structures, two separate structs, but they both have the same variable type and the same variable name inside of that struct, could I pull it off? No, because no, I wouldn't be able to. So if I wanted to put the... You make a polymorphic struct. What is a polymorphic struct? I have not heard of this. C++ greater than blueprint confirmed? I mean, that's very debatable. You make a parent struct with those variables in it. Hold on a second. I've actually never tried this. I mean, you can make a parent struct. How do you make a child? How do you make a? Or do you mean Oh, you could put the struct in a struct in a struct. Okay. Not actually a parent-child. Okay. Yes. Yeah, that's probably a good way of doing it. No, you could do that in you mean an actual parent-child. Yeah, you can't do that in blueprints. Yeah, there's no like create child option. You can export data tables as CSV or JSON, so that's cool. No, but I can put a struct in a struct. So what I can do then is have all of the damage stats. I guess the question is, how do I want to do the weapons, right? So right now, I'm doing it based off data assets. What are you complaining about? Oh, you need this. Okay. Right now, right, I have, like, let's say this, and then I have this, and then I have this, and they all have different animations, and then they have different stats in terms of damage, etc. So I'd want to swap all of that, but I guess as a base, it's the same for enemies, right? Just like my data assets are all the same. They all just have the same animations. Yeah, let's. You know what? For weapons, you like to make a scene component? Well, in this case, it's all 2D sprites, so I don't really have that. This is literally swapping the sprites being played, basically, the animations being played. Effectively, animation montages, yeah. This is effectively what I'm doing is just swapping animation montages based on the weapon, in quotes, that I got equipped, right? So that's no different for the enemies. So what I could do is store all that information. Yeah, I could put a yes, which is, you know, I already have the struct for that because I had to make the data asset. So so what we can do is attack info. Yeah, I have the attack type, trace information, damage. I have all of this already here. So I just put it inside. Ooh, how does a data table work when you have structs inside of structs? Let's find out. It works just fine. Okay, yeah, cool. It literally just is just a struct. Have a good night, guts. Get some good night's rest. Take care. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. In that case, okay. What is good night? When do you say that? When you're going to sleep? When to sleep? It's 5 a.m. Oh my god! Gaguts has actually done his first mod thing. Yeah. Good job. You can go to sleep knowing you've done a good thing. What do you take me for? Human? Yeah, at 5 a.m. and you're going to sleep? What? Right before going to sleep. Yeah, great timing. What was this match that got deleted? Oh, it's just cheap viewers on try to post a link. It's the bot stuff. The typical bots coming in and being like, yeah, try advertise type thing. You can sleep now knowing that chat is safe. Yes, thanks to you. Okay. So if I put the attack info in here, right, that's gonna be easier. So one thing I actually want, no, there's a little more stuff that I actually want to put in here. I don't know why I keep dragging this away. If I go to my root, and I go under take damage. I have, oh dear God, I got a new mouse. I haven't plugged it in yet because I forgot to with the raid. Thank you so much for the resub. ESP45. Thank you, thank you. It's much appreciated. You have this mouse, asterisk, asterisk, asterisk. It's an amazing mouse. You love it? I also love asterisk, asterisk, asterisk. This is what we see, by the way. When someone tries to post a link, this is what happens. I think you see the person who posts it sees it as the actual link, but yeah, we just see this. Impact M908 by Red Dragon. Close. Let's see this mouse. Huh? Oh, it's another numpad mouse. Yes. Numpad mouse. I use the Corsair Scimitar, which is also I call it a numpad mouse. I can't go without the numpad on the side. I can't. I used to use the I was even telling chat earlier. Oh, is that what these are for? To put extra weight in there? Why would you want it heavier? Why? What do you use the buttons for? All, like, everything. All the time. Like, I was even showing a while back when I'm like a video editing, like I have for hotkeys like always, not even just for playing games. Yeah. So, you know, I was actually showing earlier. You love a heavy mouse? It's so nice. Yeah, I mean, I've never tried a heavier mouse. I just wish the mouse was bigger, less so than it was heavy. But for example, like if I need to make edits, I can press 2 on the mouse, 1 on the mouse, 2 on the mouse, 1 on the mouse. You know, 2 on the mouse, 3 on the mouse. And I don't move my hand, basically. It's probably absolutely terrible for carpal tunnel, but that's why you use like mice like this. You just like, cool, I just have like a free hand now. And I have 3 hotkeys like at my fingertips. So good. Your mouse has an extra button for rapid fire. It clicks 5 times in a second. Yeah, you just make a macro for that though. That's actually nice. That saves a lot of time editing videos. Yeah. Like it's really nice. Okay, so I have all of this and I need to put all of this. Ooh. Okay. I need to figure out a better system for this. I need to figure out a better system for this. The next time ads play, I'm swapping the mouse. This isn't still in box. I haven't opened this yet because I just got it today, right before the stream. But you can see when I zoom, it just goes like, Now, when I get damaged, I need to pass a lot of info in. This needs to be an overwrite. So I guess everything except the force take damage. No, even this is sometimes an override. Well, actually, if I make this a struct, I can say make struct and just overwrite something. So I guess it's fine. Yeah, I kill mouse wheels. So these mice, I don't know how long your mouse lives for Hexa, because I haven't tried that. First time I'm seeing it. These last me about a year. I think this one's like a year and 3 months or like something like that. A year and 4 months, you know, around there. I think I got it like March, April of last year or something like that. But that's like the first thing that goes is the scroll wheel, which is always interesting to me because I don't know about you guys, but when I use the scroll wheel, I don't scroll, right? I don't scroll. when I on a website, I do the middle click and drag. Do any of you guys do that? Right, like if I'm in here and I just click middle click and then I just drag up and down. Now I typically I hold the mouse button down, but this is how I scroll. I don't scroll with the like actual scroll wheel. I prefer middle click drag. And I think maybe that's why it dies more often, because I actually clicking it so much. But I don't know. You do that too? You have a side button for page up, page down. I've actually never used page up, page down, because that like just goes like a full, like the full page. And I'm like, I always want to do a little bit. But I know a lot of people use that, yeah. That is very common. Okay, I'm gonna put all of this into a struct. So I'm gonna take a little screenshot so I know what to put in here. So let me reorder this. Actually, hold on. I'm not really doing much with the attack type, but for now it's fine. God, if I do this, this is gonna break a lot of stuff. You've had the mouse for 4 years. Yeah, they don't make them like they used to. When I had the Razer mouses, they also lasted for like a year. Your favorite mouse you had for over 7 years just recently died. The scroll wheel, but actually broke. Man, I wish these mice lasted longer. I wish they lasted longer. I do. Actually, no, keep that 0. Okay, I need to put in some extra info here for the attack info. I need the attack type, yes. Knockback. Yep, I have that. I need the special, I need the override damage. That'd be a float. Yours been tased by accident, covered in paint. What do you mean by tased? No, I'm asking you. How do you... For one, you must have a taser. 2, you must have used it. And what did you have? Have a taser in your hand, turn it on, and then let go, have it drop on your mouse, and somehow still be active? Because usually you have to keep pressing the button, I'm pretty sure, on those. They don't just fire off willy-nilly. You had a voltage booster. So you try to boost the voltage on your mouse? Did you try to boost the voltage on your mouse? You're building a Tesla coil inside your mouse? See, everything you say just has more questions behind it. Okay, so you're building a Tesla coil on your desk, and so it fell and it tased your mouse. That's the story, right? It also tastes you. Well, that probably wasn't very fun. Yeah. His macro wasn't enough. He needed to click 1,000 times a second. I mean, yeah. Your mouse is Razer proof? The brand? What do you mean it's Razer proof? Taser proof. Oh. No, my mouse is also Razer proof. Razer has nothing to do with it. No, no, me too, me too. Razor shit. Razors, I don't know how it is these days. It's been years since I've used them. But their program for like the Razor Synapse was so bad that that's why I tried Corsair. And then I haven't gone back since. It was so bad. Actually, no. Ooh, you know, I might want to do a separate stuff here. I might, you know, right now I'm putting it all in attack info. I might, instead of having attack info, I might want to get, like being hit info. Because like hit location, hit normal, this is all on the receiving end, not on the attacking end. This is attacking end. So I'm actually going to do two different, I'm going to do a separate struct for the receiving end. That seems like a smarter option. Received damage info. Yeah, that seems better. And then I can put it all in one struct, and then it's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be cleaner. Your mouse is overclocked. Everybody's gangsta until they. Oh, what the hell do you mean your mouse is overclocked? What do you mean? What it can be used for other than cookie clicker? Is that not a good enough reason for you, Illusions? Is that not a good? I mean, that seems like a great reason. Your wrist rest is overclocked? I don't have one. I've actually never had a wrist rest. My keyboard came with like a wrist rest. I threw that away immediately. I don't know, like they're so hard and uncomfortable for me. Like you can find a like, like this crap. This is so uncomfortable for me. Like, it makes my hand feel like it's an awkward, like it's probably better for my hand, but it's so hard. And like, I have like a nice desk pad, and like it's soft, so it's comfy. I have the I have like the desk size mouse pads effectively, right? But they're nice and comfy and soft. These things are shit. I can't. Is that a punishment? I mean, I don't know, maybe. Their keyboard seems to be chopped off. It seems like they're someone took an axe to the keyboard. It's not complete here for some reason. You melted your down and turned into a small metal gnome? Yeah, but I don't have one. What I have... Here, I'll show you what I have. I'll show you exactly what I have. I have one of these. That's what I have. I don't remember the full size, but this is comfy. This is nice and soft. It's great. Well, this is 300 by 300. If I go in larger sizes, I think it maybe have like this one. Oh, it's still $30. Wait, what do you mean it's over 100 for you? Oh, you okay. Wait, is it because of the shipping? By the way, I had to pay quite a lot of shipping, even though I'm currently residing in Canada. And I could probably drive to his location from here. Like, and it's not far. Like, probably within an hour. And I had to pay for like quite a bit for shipping too. But yeah, that's what I have. And yeah, I've never had like a thing below here, or like, right? I never had like anything here. I didn't even know they come this small. Me a point to make the price the same regardless of the size of your pad, because nobody should pay more for having a bigger desk. Yeah, it's a good way of doing it. Mine is not. I could never get a big enough. I don't think they have one big enough for my desk. I'm pretty sure that doesn't exist. Hold on. What's the? I need the conversions. Millimeter to inches. Yeah, my desk is over 2,000 millimeters. It's 80 inches and an extra 10-inch extension. So it's a total of 90 inches. For with my computer, where my computer is. So yeah, they don't make them that big. But I have an insanely large desk, and I love it. It was a very expensive desk.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
It was a very expensive desk. Time to... Oh! Yes. Yes. I should have opened this. Thank you for the reminder. Open! Thankfully I have little scissors here to help open. Will I make it in time? Ah! Brand new mouse! Throw everything everywhere. Yeah. Quick. Show us the new mouse. I mean, it's a mouse. Same one I have. The Corsair Scimitar. Okay, hold on. We're back. Okay, I'm back. Oh god, why is... What happened to my... Excuse me? IQ, did you actually detect it's a different mouse? Oh dear god. Why? Activate. Set as default. Oh no, please tell me my... Why? Why does it get reset? I plugged in the exact same mouse. Does it not have a thumb rest? My thumb rest is the desk pad. What? Where are all my key assignments? What is this shit? Mistakes were made. Really? I have to do this again? Corsair, you disappoint me. Also, I don't know why the button down here is set to DPI toggle. I don't know. Maybe it's a lot of people use it, but I've never wanted to profile switch or change my DPI dynamically. And the weird thing is, on this mouse, if I'm pressing the side buttons, they don't do shit. They don't do shit. Unless I was actually assigned something to them. Which is so weird. Like, I feel like by default, they should have... Mine used to type out 11 and 12? Wait, what? Now that's also weird. Like the racer one comes being able to just have the option to have either be numpad or regular buttons. But I don't know why this one comes with nothing. It's so odd. I mean, thankfully it doesn't take long to set it up, right? As you see, this is literally how long it takes. But I wish it didn't even take this. It's odd that it actually knows it's a different mouse. That's the thing that surprises me. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Done. Go. Mouse acquired. I didn't realize I was going to do that. It's not that big of a deal, but still. Am I selling bear merch yet? Do you want to buy a shirt? No. There is one thing that came up yesterday that would actually be like really good, like thing to put on a t-shirt, which I believe was I said the only code I write are print strings, or the only code I write is print strings. And I feel like that would be funny to put on a t-shirt. Because it's true. The only code I write are print strings. Everything else is just nodes. Pretty much. And I feel like even as if you're a programmer, that's still like, for debugging purposes, could still be funny. Debugging life, print hello world, yep. Yep. The only code you write is UE log. I've never checked the actual output log, pretty much. I never go here. I just use the print string. I never look at the output log, pretty much. That's probably bad. output's so much nicer. I don't like the output. It has too much stuff that I don't care about. Like, all of this, I don't care about. I just want the one thing that I told it to print. And that's why I like the print string in the top left. I mean, it's all personal preference. Oh, dear God. Okay. I was learning a little bit of C++ for Unreal. Holy shit, is it hard to do a print string. It's like a whole thing that was like 10 things long to do like a print, and that only outputs to the output log. And if you wanted to do the one that actually does the print, it's even more complicated. I was like, oh my God, I just wanted... I was like, dear God. Dear God, why? I don't know why. The print string use the error tag, it will be cleaner in the console. Can you actually do that? Yeah, I only care about this printed string one. You can't change the color of this, right? When it prints using this, you can't make it error warning or whatever it is, right? This doesn't have that option. That's a C++ thing only, right? Because when you in the output log, right, you can have it be like yellow or red. Yeah, here. Right? Error red, warning yellow. But I don't think you can do that with regular. I think you're kind of SOL there. It'll always be ready if you type error string inside of the blueprint version. If I did a print string here. What is this? And this is why this is a problem. Okay. Divide by 0. Oops. I'm divided by 0 somewhere. Wait, inside of engine? Game instance, WB cooldown. Oh, okay. I'm divided by 0 somewhere. Probably should fix that. I know I can filter it. But I can also just filter it by just having it here. I just can't be bothered. I just can't be bothered. I need 2 other thing here. I know stun, bull, and a force damage. Or force damage. Which I think is now everything I have here. Oh, actually, I didn't have the special attack damage. Okay, it's not special. It's just override or attack. No. Damage override. There we go. That makes the most sense. Float. Basically, the way I'm doing it is if because my weapons have like a damage set. If I have 0 in the override, then I just use the damage of whatever the weapon is, because I just get the weapon info from them. But if not, then I use the special attack damage if it's anything other than 0. So that means, yeah, override the damage. Okay, we're going to change all of this, right? I started today creating a bulk mob spawner, which is working wonderfully, right? It's working, like all the mobs, right? There's nice, you know, mobs all together. So that's all working, but somehow we went from this to now me wanting to change up my entire system, which, you know, is fair. You know, it's a better system. I like how this one is an elite right in the middle. That actually works out really well. Yeah. Oh no, I went in the lava. The one other thing I need to change though is they can only still attack me 2 at a time. So even though there's so many mobs, they're just not going to attack me for a while. So I'll probably need to change the amount of mobs that can attack me at the same time. Okay, but it's not flying. But swapping out my entire system to this better one that is going to use the data tables and stuff is going to take some time. So I'll probably do that tomorrow. But Hexic, since you were kind enough to suggest me to be raided, do you have another suggestion on who to raid next? By any chance? I'm gonna see if I can find an Unreal Dev as well. It's hard to find because not everyone puts them in the... Let's see these people. Nerduino. Space science. That's the stuff. Cool. Yeah, or wait, did he go offline? No. Or the other person is working in... Is that Godot? I haven't seen this one. Or is that Unity? He used to work in NASA. It's really cool. That sounds pretty awesome. Unity.
Raid and run.
Okay. Okay, hold on. Let's do it. Let's raid. I don't know about running. But we'll do the rating. We'll raid Griffin Blade because the game is making this looks really cool. But thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll be back tomorrow at 6:30 Pacific, where we will rebuild the the entire setup for everything is calculated. It's gonna be better. It's gonna be better. So it's worth it. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoy and enjoy the new stream. That right all something. No. Bye bye. And also, and I can, for YouTube, go check him out. You join us there. But take care, guys. Bye bye.